Okay, we're going live now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 144th One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace for Tuesday, November 17th, 2020. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department, part of the Public Teachings in English. My name's Rick Crammond. I'll be a host along with Doug and Mark today, and we'll be hosting the Universal Council, who will be presenting today's workshop. So without further ado, let's get into it. Marie, are you ready to go with today's workshop?
Yes, I think, yeah, Asar will start today.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Marie, and thank you, Rick. This is as Rick said, this is a platform for Universal Council to come together to not only bring the knowledge, but also working through this transition time on this planet, which is a bridge between the present time and the time we become one planet, one nation, one race. And not only this for Universal Council to share knowledge, but anybody on a platform, anything going on in the language, in the country or city, they can come and talk about what's happening in the environment. So that way we can direct to get together where we're gonna go with that. So here we go, one planet, one nation, one race for world peace. Through the beauty of the soul of diversity of the languages spoken on planet Earth, all souls are as equal and all as creators, as they are created in the image of the Creator. And next slide. please. Okay, as you saw last week, Ton from Vietnam presented part of his presentation from Vietnamese community. Today he will continue with his presentation, and I'm just gonna let him take the microphone and start. Ton, this is you now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for having me here again. And I will continue with the presentation from last week. Okay, last week we left at the TDX Organic Tea Farm. Chung Yu Sun is a company by the people, for the people, to create a safe and high quality product for the well-being of the people, physically and spiritually. Chung Yu Sun is not only a 5D company, but a farming model for organic agriculture using Korean natural farming and plasma culture to pave another path that farmers can follow to get back to their original essence. The company's slogan is, "Let's return back to our true self." This is the difference between 3D and 5D companies. It includes ethics. The company's interests cannot disregard the best interests of the customers and society, but must be fair and good for all. The company must add real value to society. Agriculture now uses too much chemicals and GMOs. The Vietnamese people have also changed a lot, leading to a negative personality under the poor environment. Gans technology will guide the Vietnamese people back to their ancestral path of natural farming. Gans technology will change the environment to bring the Vietnamese people back to their former nature of openness, tolerance, compassion, and loving. Gans technology will help the Vietnamese people open their hearts. Gans technology will not only bring organic products back to the market, but also bring the Vietnamese people back to their true self, no longer selfish, devious, deceptive, judgmental, and fearful, etc. Chung Yu Sun desires to create a free platform to share knowledge and methods of farming with Gans technology and KNF Jadam to everyone. The aim is to pave the way for organic agriculture to thrive in Vietnam, replacing conventional farming. Chung Yu Sun aims to assist agricultural companies with information sharing. Chung Yu Sun will help connect organic products with retail sellers as a way out for farmers to generate stable income. In addition to opening an organic agricultural path for farmers, Chung Yu Sun also brings safe products to the market to help balance and expand people's mind. When we use zinc CO2 energy, water of Gans technology to irrigate, the plants will absorb the energy to help it grow, thus becoming a part of it. Gans CO2 stabilizes the human body, and Gans zinc stabilizes the emotions. Tea is a tool to suddenly bring those energies to people. We hit the physicality directly, bypassing the mental mind with many limiting thought and perception filters. KF Vietnamese collaborates with Chung Yu Sun to achieve its 4 goals and 4 objectives as follows. Transparency of operation through recorded public seminars and workshops made available through our Facebook group and YouTube channel. Assist and collaborate with businesses and organizations to teach and share KF plasma technology. Create infrastructure to assist local communities. Build connections and relationships through unconditional giving, thus opening a door to apply and share what we know about KF plasma. Projects. If we change the environment in Vietnam, the people will change accordingly as we elevate their souls through plasma fields. If we clean the environment of negative energy and chemical toxins, then the people have a clearer path to the soul. Through plasma culture, the physicality and emotion are elevated and brought back to balance with zinc CO2 Gans. Through KF plasma products, people are further restored back to balance and better health. If we complete all these projects, then we change the direction and future of Vietnam to be in alignment with the universal community. Redirecting the path of Vietnam through agriculture and the environment. This project is to accomplish through the collaboration with agriculture businesses like Chung Yu Sun. For the past 4 years, I have traveled this path with KF Vietnamese. I also helped to clean the environment through the Southeast Asia Sphere of Peace and the Wi-Fi McGrath of Love. They assist the Vietnamese people to return back to balance emotionally and spiritually. This process will take some time because the land and Vietnamese people are very negative in energy, and it is also a free will choice whether people want to accept the energy. The Southeast Asia Spirit Peace and the Wi-Fi McGrath of Love will raise the frequency and expand people's awareness and consciousness to a positive level. People will gradually move from the negative energies of fear, hatred, jealousy, selfishness, anger, and so on to a more positive energy of compassion, love, and understanding. Vietnamese people are not bad. It is only the environment and education that has led society to the state it is now. In order to redirect Vietnam, we must change the environment through the path of expanding organic agriculture with KF plasma technology and KNF Jadam combined with education in ethics. The value of Gans technology is not only to clean the environment, but also to improve people's economic and personal well-being. KF plasma technology can increase crop yield, prolong growing season, increase nutrition in food, increase food quality, increase food shelf life, reduce water consumption, reduce harvest time, reduce demand or use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, and reduce the need to import food. This is the proven map of consciousness by David Hawkins. As we can see, our emotions, as seen from the top, and our view of life is connected and is related to our level of consciousness. As we can see right now, when people are dealing with Corona and all the other things, they are dealing at the emotional state of hate, anxiety, despair. All these are low level energy, which suppress our consciousness to a lower level where our view on life is antagonistic, disappointing, tragic, hopeless. But with Gans technology, we are able to balance people's emotion, thereby raising the level of consciousness up to a level where at minimum of at least 200, where they can be trusting, optimistic, forgiving. Then the view on life is no longer tragic and hopeless, but satisfactory, hopeful, harmonious, meaningful. And with Gans technology, may increase one's consciousness to the creative level beyond 200, supporting life. If we look at the plasma drawn by Mr. Keshe many times, we can see the spiral going in. If we look at the emotion, at the frequency, consciousness level at the outside, at the red, it's very low. Our goal is to go back all the way inside. If we are operating under the red, we're operating at very low consciousness level. If we're operating from the heart, instead of the mind, from emotion, then we can go closer into more the principal matter instead of matter state, where the energy is at a higher level, where it's more creative, constructive, instead of destructive and not good for life, not supporting life. Again, we will go back to this map later on, but this map of consciousness just to show people the relationship between our consciousness level, our emotion, and our view on life. This, through Gans technology, this is how we shift people's perspective by raising their consciousness level up. Effect of Gans on people in the environment testimonial. Yung Lei shared her experience and observation on the effect of Gans in her village after 10 months. This testimonial is to show how the map of consciousness works and how we are affected and changed by raising the frequency of the land and environment up, and people will change accordingly. Everyone in her village uses pesticide and herbicide. She warned them against its harmful effect, but nobody cares. Now, at least 3 families stopped using herbicide on the weeds and are also using organic fertilizer in place of chemical fertilizer. The solidarity and tirelessness, the tireless working spirit of the people surprised Yung. Yung's garden is watered with liquid plasma every week. People come to work on the garden all day and happily and are not tired and exhausted. Guests come to Yung's house to visit and drink tea throughout the day, but sleep very well at night. Vegetable grown on rocky soil with inadequate water still produce fruits. The quality of the beans, melon, green veggies, and herbs are very sweet and fragrant. The baby cucumber was huge. Yung's son changes a lot, from a boy who lacks confidence and is timid to a carefree and confident child. Jung's testimonial is only one example of many personal transformations through the exploration, experimentation, and usage of Gans technology. Her own transformation led her to understand and have more confidence in sharing Keshe plasma technology with her friends, family, and acquaintances. The improvement in her health, emotional and mental well-being, and as well as seeing the effectiveness of the technology with her family and friends gradually transformed her to see life in a new perspective with better clarity. The expansion in consciousness allowed her to see things at a deeper level. The transformation led her closer and closer to being her true self. It allows her to be in touch with her soul and hear its wisdom through the heart. The Gans technology returned her back to balance with more confidence in herself and less worry about life. Being able to let go of repressed emotions, fear, and limiting thought patterns, she is able to walk a path more aligned with her spiritual signature. Her soul calling becomes clearer each day with each step she took to make the changes in her life. Through the gradual transformation, the ego begins to step back into the background, letting the voice of her soul be heard and guide her journey to self-mastery and the fulfillment of her soul purpose. This is her testimonial on KF Vietnamese Facebook. Gans technology allowed Jung to let go and move on with her life by balancing her emotion and physicality. This is the spiritual map of life. When we are on the path of the ego instead of our heart, then we are on the path of suffering like this. Because the ego is like this tiny little blue sphere, and the vastness of spirit is greatly larger surrounding it. When we are beginning to work through our heart, we are more aligned with our soul. Initially, we might not make the optimum choices. As you can see from the wave curve, it's very far away from what you call the spiritual signature, which is what our soul purpose, our soul path. As we become more experienced, as we begin to trust ourselves and begin to surrender to the universe unconditionally, then we become closer and closer, more aligned with our soul purpose, our spiritual signature. And this is where the path of bliss, where we become happier, more content, instead of have to be worried, fearful, and all the other things, which is referred to as the path of suffering. The expansion in consciousness allows people to see things at a deeper level and better clarity. Jung's thoughts and perspective attracted the people in her social group to create scenarios, life lessons from the soul to learn and overcome. Because of our raise and level of consciousness to the stability of our emotion, we're able to see stuff around us clearer instead of being caught within the game of separation. Following your heart and passion is the key to effortless creation in alignment with your soul purpose. Jung achieves this through sharing her passion for tea. By following her heart and passion, Jung set a new standard, not just in the quality of tea, but a new path for others to follow away from conventional agriculture to organic natural farming using Keshe plasma technology and KNF Jadam. Instead of only complaining about the effects of pesticide, herbicide, and chemical fertilizer, Jung shared a natural farming model that can easily be integrated and used by anyone to create food and financial security. Focus on the message we wish to share to set a positive intention instead of fueling the negativity of the world. The world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. This is the Blue Avian Message by Spear Being Alliance, as shared by Corey Good. Whether it is real or fake or whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is how this message resonates with each person. Focus on increasing your service to others and be more loving to yourself and everyone in order to raise your vibrational and consciousness level. Learn to forgive yourself and others, thus releasing karma. This will change the vibration of the planet, raise the shared consciousness of humanity, and change humankind one person at a time, even if that one person is yourself. They tell us to treat your body as a temple and change over to a higher vibrational diet to aid in the process. This is how you raise the soul physicality to the level that can communicate with the soul. This is the message I share with Jung. Her attention should not only be on the tea, should not only be on tea products, but should also focus on how she can change the agriculture industry and raise the consciousness of humanity at the same time. Jung has to let go a lot of set beliefs in order to overcome her learning karmic lesson. Those set beliefs are affecting her perspective. Most people don't realize what we think, what we believe, control our perspective in life. Jung is struggling on this one. The rate of transformation depends on the effort made. Because it's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. Like going through the process of Gans making, instead of looking at the theory, watching testimonials and looking at other people doing other things, we have to jump right into it. Explore. Through that exploration, we will be transformed. Things will open, doors, new ways, new things, everything, new neurons will be building through that process of exploration. Through that little effort, one step a day, one step at a time. You cannot force someone to comprehend a message they are not ready to receive. Still, you must never underestimate the power of planting a seed. And that's what I'm doing right now with this presentation, because I know most people would not understand this part. I get to be a farmer in more than one way, planting physical and spiritual seeds. I did a lot of planting and watering on Jung. This can be a painful lesson, especially for those trying to share Keshe plasma technology and those that are not ready to receive. No one changes unless they want to. Not if you beg them, not if you shame them, not if you use reason, emotion, or tough love. There's only one thing that makes someone change, their own realization that they need to do it. And there's only one time it will happen, when they decide they're ready. This message goes hand in hand with the previous one. Learn to be patient and give unconditionally. Not to prove that Keshe plasma is better than everything. This is Keshe plasma workshop at TDX Tea Farm. This is me showing people how to make basic Gans using power supply and how we water the tea plant. Because we use Jadam method of farming, we use liquid stuff, liquid fertilizer. Therefore, we use the liquid plasma to mix with Jadam as part of the solution to spray in the tea plants using this portable, behind me, this blue container of pesticide sprayer. So every time I spray that thing, people think I'm spraying pesticide. Later on, we changed to a more, because there's so much work and spraying to do, I changed to a power car wash, which is easier than carrying, refueling this thing like 30 times going up the hills is not fun. This is Keshe plasma tea, some samples of it. This is green tea. This is tea, what it looks like close up. This is when it's fresh. You have to pick the tip of the tea. This is where all the nutrition and all the properties of the tea. This is the drying process. This is the tea to crumble, to dehydrate before it go through this cooking process. This is the tea farm up in the hill where we harvesting the tea. Traditionally, people believe tea in the high mountain area are much higher quality than those on the lowland. But most people don't realize, especially in this area, the energy is very negative. Behind me, as you can see here, there is a temple. Every time I go near, I don't have to go near this temple. I can step on this tea property and I feel dizzy. The closer in this temple, there is a shrine where the waters keep coming out, where people go to worship. When I get next to that shrine, I become very dizzy and it's easy to throw up. I had to put up protective shielding in order to maintain my balance, because the energy in this whole entire area is very negative and strong. It's easy to knock people right off balance. Here, the tea growing on the mountainside. here's some more pictures of tea on the hillside. This where we are farming, the elevation is several thousand meters above sea level. And hear me using the old-fashioned sprayer to spray the tea plants. Hear me working on the tea farm with this is a different section, a different area in a lowland, not in a high mountain area. We're still in the highland, but in the lower part, where we have to clear 6 acres or 6 hectares of tea plants that are like 2 to 3 meter high. So we have to chop all the stuff down. Hear me do more clearing of the weed and all that stuff. As you can see, the tea plants are under this thing, if you can see it. It's been neglected for several years. This is what it looks like after we did all the clearing and the new leaves start coming up. You can see actually the aisle, the row, nice evenly and not like a jungle. This is a sample of what Gans technology can do. This is a unique tea plant that is on an endangered species list because the Chinese are harvesting and buying all this stuff, and the people are providing them with the leaves because the drinking these leaves is believed in Eastern medicine to help with cancer. And this plant is on the endangered species list. You can't see it in common anymore. Basically, it lives in the shade. When it is out in the open in the sun, the leaves will die. But with Gans technology, as you can see in the top, it's not being covered and it's still producing leaves, and it survived better because of the protection from the environment with Gans technology. And the new shoots and the leaves coming out. Keshe plasma effects. The trees grow at an exceptional rate, at least double in size in 1 year. When cut down, the trees grew back faster and taller than before it was cut, especially the grass. The grass grows like no tomorrow. The seasonal and determined plants seem to live forever. Trees not within its climate zone appear to manage and survive thus far. Fruit trees start and ripe before others not under Keshe plasma effect. Amount of fruit seem to increase along with its taste and quality. Here's some sample of the trees before and after. Here you can see it's much greener and healthier looking, more vibrant. There's another apple tree, Chinese apple. Here it is a year later, just after me chopping it down 3 times, and it still grew back bigger than what it were before. I gave up and let it live. Because this apple is like, it has a lot of thorns, needles, very sharp. It's a pain when you walk nearby or try to pick the apples. Here's the other one. It's been chopped down 3 times and it still grew back, and it has a lot of apples on it. And I use it to make apple cider vinegar. And that apple cider vinegar I spray on the tea plants and on the veggies around the property. It's cheaper than wood vinegar. You know, the plant that grew back, the tree that grew back taller than before after I chop it down. Here's a sample of the jackfruit tree that grew up, I don't know, 3 or 4 times bigger than last year in 1 year time. It grew very fast. When we move in, I can lift this guy up and plug it out of the ground, but now it's impossible. And this tree I planted not long ago. Now it doubled in size. So I plant here to provide a shade for the chickens to feed in the summertime. It's very hot here. The soil, like throughout the property, is like this. It's very rocky, sandy, and not very fertile. It has no moisture. Here when we move in, there's no grass and it's very dry. Now grass are coming. I have to weed it very often, like 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. We whacked it. We have plenty of jackfruits. This jackfruit tastes a lot nicer and sweeter than those not being applied Keshe plasma technology. The trees growing pretty quick. Here's my lemongrass. My lemongrass is almost taller than me. It grew very quick. Here's some plants I'm testing to see how it grew outside its environment and climate zone. Here's some more plants I'm testing to see how it works on a new plasma field. To see how it survived the winter, because this plant, durian, is in the warmer climate. In North Vietnam, it gets cold in the winter down to 10 degrees Celsius. Cup of Man energy transmission. In the Cup of Man field plasma energy transmission video, people will receive the energy of the Cup of Man. The Gans plasma energy of zinc, copper, CO2, calcium, and magnesium at the perfect strength ratio and amount to assist process the coronavirus and or help bring people back to a state of balance. Along with the energy above, people will receive the energy of the violet flame and golden silver one to clear away negative and solar energy. Solar energy are energy that run in reverse. In addition, everyone will also receive the energy of love, peace, balance, and joy. The energy will continue its transmission until one is at a state of balance as determined by one's soul. People will only receive the energy in accordance with free will choice and the law of one. As a bonus, the video has the energy of rainbow plasma to help activate the plasma body with the assistance of one's higher self and team to protect against Metatronic energy and fatality dark flowering. Metatronic energy is solar energy, energy that runs in reverse. That's what negative energy is. It's just energy running in reverse. Everything is mathematics. This is the demonstration on the power of thought and emotion when they were testing the plants when you send it love instead of being bullied. The one that being bullied died within a month. Here is the energy flows from strong to weak. Humans draw energy from each other the same way plants do. We exchange energy every single day, but we don't realize it. When given, I will explain more about it at another time. Everything is energy and we can control it with the power of our thoughts. This is mental understanding. People don't realize how easy it is to control energy with thought. What we think, we create. What we feel, we attract. What we imagine, we become. The power of intention. This is how the people behind the scene control people with the power of co-creation, implanting thoughts into our mind and use our creative power to create the path and the direction they want. This is the Cup of Man energy transmission video in KF Vietnamese YouTube. For those that want to experience the energy remotely, can play that video and in a quiet area and try to feel the energy to see how it affects them. Southeast Asia Sphere of Peace. This is my gift to the world as a conscious being to assist humanity on ascension during this transition period of great awakening. The Sphere of Peace is my way of expressing myself and giving from the soul. Most people also want to help in securing world peace, but are not sure what to do. The best thing one can do is to understand Mehran Keshe's teachings. We don't need to make Gans or McGraths. They are only tools to help us find the nature of our existence, to believe in ourselves, and to remember who we are and our potential as a co-creator. The greatest gift one can give or can contribute to the world is to bring balance within oneself first, then send love to the world through our state of being and positive intention. We are the Gans and McGrath. I advise people to use the mind and heart to manifest what they desire. Believe in your own creative power of visualization and intention. The Southeast Asia Sphere of Peace has a physical component made of Wi-Fi devices similar to Wi-Fi McGrath of love to enhance the bigger sphere I made with intention. There are 3 Wi-Fi devices in Hanoi, 3 Wi-Fi devices in Saigon, and 3 Wi-Fi devices in Bangkok. The top of those physical devices are the H3, H2, H1 are made with intention as seen in the photo on top. The CO2 is the top of H1, H2, H3 base. This is what it looks like. Actually, it can be bigger than 9,000. That depends how many people can contribute, because we all can add to it. And all the GANs that are created on this planet can add to it. For those that want to try, they can read out the affirmation and see how it makes them feel when they have time. I share this presentation on the age of golden GANs for those that want to go back or to look at a closer detail and read through the fine print. Right now, it's just an introduction, so I'm going through it very quick. The best thing is to experience and try it out with an open heart and open mind. If you have preset, if you have a set belief and precondition, then you are your own limitation. This is the Southeast Asia Sphere Peace Wi-Fi units. Each city has 3 physical units, one in Hanoi, the one in Saigon, and Bangkok. I have a friend in Bangkok that holds 3 of these devices. And he's part of the Keshe Foundation Thailand group. This is the Bangkok set. This is a close-up view of the unit. KF Vietnamese Wi-Fi My Graph of Love. Over 2 years ago, I created the Sphere Piece to cover Southeast Asia, then downstep it with the Wi-Fi My Graph of Love to cover Northern and Southern Vietnam. The Northern and Southern spheres in Vietnam spin in opposite direction to combine together to make a larger sphere of love to enhance the Southeast Asia Sphere Piece. The Northern and Southern spheres of love are made of 222 Wi-Fi devices in the north and 222 Wi-Fi devices in the south, scattered throughout Hanoi, Saigon, and the surrounding cities. The essence of the devices I made is the intention I placed within them. They all contain a part of my soul and the soul of any member of the universal community, aligned with the law of one and Christo's mission that wish to assist humanity during the ascension process. The purpose of the devices are to anchor higher level energy from the cosmos into the planet and to help restore humanity to its original divine blueprint of 12-strand DNA as angelic human. I apply GANS technology from Keshe Foundation combined with MCEO freedom teachings from the CDT plates and Tantra Aura teachings from the Kumeya Alhambra crystal disc as translated by Speaker One Iyasha, along with a touch of my own intention to create the Southeast Asia Sphere of Peace and Wi-Fi My Graph of Love. Through intention, I imbue the devices and spheres with the energy of love, peace, balance, joy, vital flame that has not been reversed by Metatronic energy, heliotatic golden silver one, and rainbow plasma energy. All this energy named basically how close it is to source. Source, when it radiates its energy out, it has to downstep many times, and this different name, just different level of energy. The Wi-Fi My Graph of Love devices have a simple design with energy flowing clockwise by atomic mass from magnesium sulfate to zinc, CO2 to CH3 with composite GANs on top. Inside the ball is 1 milliliter of GANs. I put a drop of GANs in each sphere from the other 3 to create better flow. I also beat each GANs with nano-copper to amplify the strength and range. The above configuration is for the northern sphere in Vietnam. The southern sphere spins in counterclockwise with CH3 on top and comp ball on the bottom base. Basically, I switch the top and bottom around to create a counter rotating, just like the cogwheel of any clock or any mechanical device. They always spin in opposite direction to create a pair. The Wi-Fi reactor always works as a health unit, an agriculture unit, or a Wi-Fi McGrath for cars and motorbikes. The Wi-Fi McGrath of Love devices will also clear the environment of negative energy and assist to bring balance back to all life forms. As a keeper, as a guardian of Earth, as an Elysian guard of this Cosmaya and Cosminus, this is my response to the Leviathan, the Luciferians, Elite, Cabal, Illuminati, Nibiruan, Dyadic Crystal Grid, 666 Mark of the Beast, Crucifixion, One World Order, Agenda 21, GMO, Chemtrail, Vaccine, Divide and Conquer, victimizer program, and all other tactics. Basically, the history we learn about, that belong to the Leviathan Luciferian, not angelic human history. If a reactor could help people feel better or help plants grow bigger, how would 1 million human reactor change the environment with a thought of love and peace? Basically, Vietnamese has a population of about 100 million. If I just get 1 million or just 1,000 are always positive thinking instead of being negative, how would that affect the environment? We also seen how the McGrath works changing the environment around. People are happier. When we water the Gans technology on the field in agriculture, people in that area feel happier. But what if we turn the people themselves into Wi-Fi McGrath when they are back into balance? How would that change the environment? And how will people act when they're in that environment? KF Vietnamese Wi-Fi McGrath of love. This is what it looks like. It's very simple design. This, every pictures, every photos I use, they represent an energy consciousness level way higher than us. For those that are sensitive with energy, they can look at that photo and see how that energy interact with them and how they make them feel. Here, I place it on the top of the picture to add some energy to the Gans. Each one of these photos has specific energy for a specific purpose. Even the water I use is charged with energy. This is the summary of the first half, because it takes 2/3 of the presentation to present the last third, to provide a foundation. The last third of the presentation is what my love, my passion is all about. KF Vietnamese uses KF plasma technology and the power of intention to change the environment in the garden, food forest, tea farm, and the country. The logic behind KF Vietnamese projects and implementations is to change the environment by raising its frequency to a level that supports life. Thus, the people, animals, plants, and all other life forms will change along as well for the better. Whether in the garden, in the food forest, in the tea farm, or in the chicken quail coop, KF plasma technology creates a domal peace similar in effect to that of the happy room from the McGrath unit. The long-term goal of KF Vietnamese is to restore everything back to balance. Through the use of KF plasma technology, KF Vietnamese raises the frequency of the land and environment, therefore creating the effect of holding space for humanity to change, evolve through personal transformation. Personal transformation in the awakening process will lead to balance from the embodiment of the soul level consciousness. To achieve this goal, we will need to consider the perspective of 3 people. According to Linus Pauling, 100% of the disease is due to lack of minerals. According to Mehran Keshe, over 90% of the disease is due to emotional imbalance. According to Iasha, disease is from molecular compaction caused by the buildup of miasm in the plasma body. To assist humanity getting back to balance at the physical, emotional, and spiritual level, KF Vietnamese suggests the following solution. KF Vietnamese recommends people eat nutrition-dense, natural food, preferably with sea Gans and CO2, similar to the chickens, quails, duck we raise, and veggies we grow, to balance the physicality. Utilize products with KF plasma energy, like tea with zinc, to balance the emotion, and use Cathara biogenesis program to clear miasm at the plasma level before it manifests and plays out in the physical reality. These recommendations will raise the soul of physicality and soul of man to a level free from control of the ego, where both can work in sync in the co-creation process harmoniously. The animals, veggies, tea, and environment are just tools we use to deliver the energy of Gans technology to the people. Just as KF plasma technology and Cathara biogenesis program are tools we can use for personal transformation during the awakening process, the zinc CO2 Gans will help us return to balance while letting go of negative energy in order to download, integrate, and embody higher level energy, more of our soul essence. The concept of harmony and balance have always been the driving factor for KF Vietnamese to direct people towards self-mastery. Self-mastery does not only mean conscious control of self, but also the environment. Here is an example. Like any traditional tea growers, Jung Lee believes the location and environment plays an important role in the quality of tea. I propose to Jung we can grow tea anywhere of excellent quality, of equal or even better than those grown at ideal locations and conditions if we dictate that the condition and environment of the tea through KNF Chadam and Gans technology. After a year of implementation, Jung Lee now believes people can grow high quality tea anywhere if we are able to satisfy its physicality and emotion. The feedbacks from her customer give her great confidence. Those that have experienced her tea will never forget. TDX sets a new standard. The example with Chung Yu Sun is just one of many in changing the environment and achieving balance. The concept we apply to the tea farm is the same one we apply to the whole country and even the food forest with the chicken quail coop. Balancing the tea plant is no different than bringing balance to the chickens and to humanity on the whole. KF Vietnamese goal is to create balance at the root level using Keshe plasma technology, not treating the symptoms of imbalance. This will put the test with the chickens on our property. We created the condition for the chickens to grow up happy, feeling loved and secure, not as a countermeasure for the emotional imbalance diseases, but from the desire to give unconditionally from the heart of a conscious being. If they are physically and emotionally satisfied, then it will create a strong immune system with a high probability of overcoming any ailments. This was proven with the outbreak of the Newcastle virus on a new batch of 404 baby chickens. It did not spread to the chickens, ducks, quails, or even the older chicks when they intermingle. Update on the farm. Our very first batch of 30 Keshe plasma eggs hatched. We wanted our baby chicks to start out right, happy and secure instead of being terrified like the ones we got directly from the hatchery. The parents are first generation Keshe plasma immigrants. We raised them since they were babies. Most of the 404 baby chicks with the Newcastle virus died. The event is not a totally bad thing, as it was a valuable confirmation and lesson learned. For that, we thank them. Maybe I'll talk more about reason for death and angel numbers under the coming section on soul contract. Yes, it involves animals as well. I see the number 44 constantly the past year. This number is a sign you are on the right path to accomplishing your soul's purpose. This first plasma egg number 11 hatched on 11/11. We named him Trump. This photo shows he came in first. That's egg number 11. This photo is of Biden. He came in second. Trump is confused at Biden's pose. There is a saying, it doesn't matter if you're right wing or left wing, you are still part of a bird with the same head. In this case, the head is a chicken, not a reptilian, draconian, or dolphin. Plasma chicks come out kicking and chirping very loud, excited and ready to go at it again, while the normal chicks are more quiet and confused as to why they are here in the first place. This group of 30 is happy and confident. They are the Keshe plasma witness, the chosen ones that live in the promised land of Keshe plasma. This baby chick received the shame virus under the Keshe plasma environment. It could not lift its head up. It's like in the fetal position. It has trouble walking around. The baby ducks, older chicks, and baby chicks living together in the same Newcastle environment. Emergency zinc CO2 gains I made for the 404 chicks with the Newcastle virus. I added magnesium, salt, and the egg lining of a newly hatched egg into the solution to create a connection bond during the Gans making process with the power supply. I use this power supply here. You can adjust the volt. It's much cheaper. It's like 10 times less than this power supply unit right here you can buy. It's very quick and easy to use to make Gans within a few hours. Here, this Gans setup for the Newcastle virus, 40 to 60% zinc, 30% CO2, 5% magnesium, 1 to 2% copper, and the amino acid of all the Gans. This is 100% zinc. This is zinc CO2. I call it zinc CO2 because with the CO2 setup, for me, when my friend did spectral analysis, it comes out about 60-ish zinc and 30-ish CO2. So the combination is almost perfect. We had one chicks the other day that was shaking, and I used the emergency solution made from here. I washed the baby chicks with that, and I used a hairdryer to spray it dry, and it survived the night. Usually when they're shaking, when they are caught shaking, they will die within a few hours, if not by the morning. But because I washed it with this Gans with liquid plasma and dry it up, it was able to survive. Vietnamese public teachings provide the educational foundation platform to learn the basic on Keshe plasma technology and its implementation in daily living. Guide humanity in how to use the technology for personal development, well-being, evolution, and spiritual attainment. Educate humanity on using Gans technology to achieve enlightenment and establish a stronger connection to the soul. Direct humanity's collective consciousness to create a more peaceful and positive, probable future based on love and compassion, with living through one's heart rather than one's ego mind. I merge spirituality and Keshe plasma technology together as one. I point people towards the overall goal and objective. Keshe plasma technology is only a tool to connect with the soul. Better health and unlimited energy are the side effects of Keshe plasma. The purpose of Keshe plasma is to show people the cycle or evolution of consciousness, energy, and its relationship to everything. Keshe plasma technology provides the answer to the nature of our existence. Understand the flow of energy. The biggest challenge to public teaching is to build a fundamental understanding of the technology while leading people to see the bigger picture and purpose behind it all at the same time. We share with people how we integrate Gans technology into daily living and use it to obtain mastery of oneself, linking human development, spirituality, evolution, and science together. By sharing my perspective, understanding, and personal experience, Keshe plasma technology also acts as a tool to fulfill my soul destiny, using my skills and talents to be of service to humanity. There is a narrative and pattern to KF Vietnamese public teachings. Our main work is to enlighten and help shift people's perspective. Only a shift in perspective can allow one to break free from the victim-victimizer program and exit the matrix of illusion and disempowerment. We hold space for people to let go of repressed emotions and limiting thought patterns through the use of Gans technology with zinc CO2, for people to take back their power by being accountable and responsible for their actions, lack of action, or free will choices. In order to shift one's perspective, there are a few nuggets of information we need to consider and ponder on its value and validity. You must always be willing to truly consider evidence that contradicts your beliefs and admit the possibility that you may be wrong. Intelligence isn't knowing everything. It's the ability to challenge everything you know. Yoga is not about tightening your ass. It's about getting your head out of it. Yoga teaches one on how to perceive the world and align with the cosmos. Perception is awareness shaped by belief. Beliefs control perception. Rewrite beliefs and you rewrite perception. Rewrite perception and you rewrite genes and behavior. I am free to change how I respond to the world. So as I change the way I see the world, I change my genetic expression. We are not victims of our genes. We are master of our genetics. That is by Bruce Lipton, PhD, cellular biologist. A change in perspective can result from an decrease in frequency, which will lead to the expansion, contraction of consciousness. Evolution is the expansion of consciousness back to source to become one. When you replace why is this happening to me with what is this trying to teach me, everything shifts. This is the key to getting out of victim mentality, freeing ourselves from the victim-victimizer program. You see, 11 signs of victim mentality. People can read over this when they have time, just to give them an understanding of the thoughts, the thing that go into our mind. We are being triggered by certain things. And part of self-mastery is to bring those things to our conscious awareness and face it. Letting go of limitations to elevate the soul. We are the creator of our mental prison. People have not understood the full meaning of co-creation. Only as high as I reach can I grow. Only as far as I seek can I go. Only as deep as I look can I see. Only as much as I dream can I be. This ancient knowledge is the key to letting go of judgments. The rules for being human, handed down from ancient Sanskrit. You will receive a body. You will learn lessons. There are no mistakes, only lessons. A lesson is repeated until it is learned. Learning lesson does not end. There is no better than here. Others are merely mirrors of you. What you make of your life is up to you. The answer lies inside you. In order to understand how Keshe plasma technology plays a role in human development, leading our evolution to the next stage of learning, I will go over the basic concept of spirituality and awakening process, along with using Kelantic science to explain, connect a few main points together. In case people have never heard of Kelanta, I will provide a brief definition from the Amenti Project. MCEO Freedom Teachings and Tantric Aura Teachings by Iyasha are two of my main sources of information. To put things into perspective, Keshe Plasma Technology by Mehran Keshe is an introductory course at the kindergarten level on the science and creation of the universe and unicos. The other two teachings are on a more advanced level of understanding, using Kelanta to explain the structure of creation and using Katara bioregenesis program as a tool to assist in human biological and spiritual evolution. Kelantic science. The freedom teaching demonstrate and in substantial detail that the connection between science and spirituality, the relationship between energy and consciousness, between light and sound, is the basis of all creation. Kelantic science, that's its definition. This knowledge is the foundation of the framework of reality inherent into the freedom teachings. The same truth that makes human beings tick is the same truth that explains the 15-dimensional structure of the universe and holds the key to the structure of our own personal multidimensional anatomy. Understanding these things is what will set you free. Understanding the nature of multidimensional structure provides the platform for understanding your own multidimensional anatomy. In utmost respect to the principle of oneness, this is how we can understand the workings and manifest expression of source, of energy as consciousness. The inherent motivation of creation is for source to sentient life to know and grow itself to ever-increasing extent and degree. The relationship of all sentient life forms to these evolutionary phenomena is governed by the consequences of free will choice. This principle was known and agreed to by every sentient being at the time of original incarnation. Maybe Kelanta will clarify some of Mr. Keshe's riddles. The new cosmology. Kelanta is the science of creation and consciousness, macrocosmic and micro relationship, energy dynamics through which matter forms and consciousness manifests, biological and consciousness evolution, humanity's relationship to its source and the cosmos, construction, perception, and potentials of human organism and consciousness, the structure of the multidimensional universe and humanity's multidimensional identity and humanity's relationship to other sentient life forms within the multidimensional universe, consciousness and evolution, the human soul and family tree of consciousness, DNA activation, genetic imprinting, cellular memory, and transmutation of form, dimensional ascension, teleportation, bilocation, and regeneration of identity, the dynamics of time, space, and matter, ultramicroparticle and antiparticle dynamics, the 12 human senses, light, sound, the subconscious symbol code, and the base codes of matter. Those are basically the main subjects of Kelanta. And these are just the main topic covered under the freedom teaching and CDT plates. The Melchizedek cloister law of one spiritual studies, Kelantic morphogenetic science, 15-dimensional unified field physics, primary creation mechanics, advanced Merkaba, Kundalini, DNA, bioregenesis, ascension mechanics, Katara core template healing, planetary Templar Stargate mechanics, pre-ancient history, founders, races, and angelic race evolution, higher sensory perceptions and out-of-body travel, books of maps and key, the technical manual for Earth's Hall of Amenti Stargates and planetary Templar complex system. This is what Jesus Christ brought back and Buddha brought back long ago, but it has been distorted to so much that it's unbelievable. Tangi Aura teachings. These teachings focus on spiritual growth, self-actualization, and reclamation of our birthright of eternal life ascension, utilizing MCEO plasma technologies and sacred information stored on the Kumeya Alhambra crystal disk, as translated by Speaker 1 Iyasha. The structure, this universal time matrix, the structure of our time matrix and our family tree lineage. There is no time and space as we understood by conventional science. Everything happens at the same time. All aspects of us exist simultaneously in all dimensions. Our DNA links all aspects of us together and are in constant communication. This is a quick overview of the structure of our universe, our time matrix. Incarnate, we are here. We are at the very dense matter, dimension 1 to 3, on harmonic universe 1. Harmonic universe 2 is on 4D to 6D, where the body, the physicality is less dense. The higher we go up, the less dense we become. Oversoul is at from 7D to 9D. That's harmonic universe 3. Avatar is from 10D to 12D. There where we become liquid plasma. Rishi is from 13D to 15D. Harmonic universe 5. Matter state, sentient life beings start from 12D down. Above from 12D, from 13 to 15 is light. Above 15D, where you have sound as a collective consciousness. If you look at the plasma again, as shared by Mr. Keshe, it's the same thing. You can see that you can consider a harmonic universe like a frequency range, and the dimension are sub-frequency within that range. So harmonic universe 1 can be like here, 2 can be here, 3, 4, 5. If we look at principal matter at the center of the core, it's very high in frequency. As it step down and step out throughout into matter state out here, this is called fractal universe. It reduces itself constantly until it come out into matter state out here in physical matter. Part of evolution is going backward back into to become principal matter, going back to source. So this plasma can represent a solar system, a galaxy, a universe, many things. All aspects of us exist in the same space and location. Different angular rotation and rate of spin of consciousness create the illusion of space and time. In another word, each aspect lives in a frequency band range like that of the plasma. As you can see from this Russian doll, harmonic universe, our incarnate self is like in the middle. Our harmonic universe 2, 3, 4, our other selves are just bigger version around us. Just like within this plasma, we are our harmonic universe 1, our version here, another version here, here, and they're all within the same space, but just more expansive. So when Mr. Keshe said, when we change our McGrath field, meaning we change our frequency, we can appear at that location somewhere else. That is more advanced science, where you don't have to hop on a spaceship, where we just change our frequency and we manifest somewhere else. Like from right here, we change our frequency to this level, and here, then we appear inside. But that is impossibility, because in conventional science, it does not understand about plasma. The energy at the center of plasma is very strong. For us to hop in a spaceship to go to the center, that is impossible. We will become vaporized, meaning the frequency here is so strong that our cellular atoms, our atom cannot hold its structural integrity. You become vaporized. We cannot hop on a spaceship and go to the center of the universe. We will become vaporized. Between each harmonic universe, there is a magnetic repulsion zone that pushes back. If we look at this plasma, the energy in here is very intense. We cannot go straight in here. If our Milky Way galaxy is here and the universe inside, we cannot go there because the energy is too strong. That is the process of evolution, is to go slowly in. It's called energy accretion, raising our frequency up slowly until we can tolerate the energy inside. We just can't just hop in a spaceship and go to the center. It's called vaporization. One oversoul matrix. This is what one oversoul matrix would look like. Our incarnate self, which we are right here, right now. This is our soul matrix. It consider 12 parts, 12 incarnates become one soul matrix. And 12 soul matrix equal one oversoul. Does this look like the structure of the Universal Council and the core team? And our math should be on base 12, not on base 10. Base 10 is Metatronic math. Base 12 is true universal math. Everything in the universe is base 12, not 10. This is the structure of our family soul at the avatar level. 12 oversoul equal one avatar. 12 soul equal one oversoul. 12 incarnates equal one soul. So 12 times 12 times 12 times 12, we have 1,728 simultaneous selves. So if you are an angelic human, there is 1,728 versions of us spread throughout time and space. And the link between all of that is our DNA. We have to activate and assemble that DNA to have able to communicate and link with them. We do not have two DNA only. My perspective on Mehran Keshe teachings: free humanity from the elites, also known as the cabal. Create new world governance structure. Disclose hidden technology. Give Keshe plasma technology to the people. Educate humanity on universal law. Elevate the soul of man. Help humanity to establish a strong connection with the soul. Bring mankind back to balance. Establish one nation, one planet, one race. Secure world peace. Assist Earth in joining the universal community. Push mankind to the next stage of evolution called ascension. This is an excerpt of my soul contract. Sharing Keshe plasma technology is a part of my soul journey. It makes my life meaningful. This is my soul purpose summary: to master yourself, fulfill your earthly goals, and come into full soul awareness. Offering your talents in service to others is an integral part of this journey and will nourish the soul. I have a soul, this soul contract is based on Blue Marsden interpretation of Frank Alpha numerology. And I have the software that actually calculate all of that for us instead of doing it manually. So this is what I give to KF Vietnamese members for free if they like to look at the soul contract, to learn more about themselves, to understand more about themselves, because this is what I use initially to understand about myself on my path of knowing myself. A true meaningful life comes from fulfilling one's soul purpose. A meaningful life is not about being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It is about being real, being humble, being strong, and being able to share ourselves and touch the lives of others. Your purpose is not what you do to bring home a paycheck. Your purpose is what you were put on earth to do with such intensity and passion that it becomes a spiritual calling. Follow your heart. It is the portal to your soul. Path of a Way Shower. I took this photo while on a trip to Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam. It depicts perfectly the path of a way shower and our unwavering trust in our unwavering trust in Source to provide what we need on the way. The small bamboo raft going out to the vastness of the open sea with not much supply and equipment for the journey. The path to self-mastery operates in the same way. We need to let go of all baggages and ego to take the leap of faith in embracing the unknown without fear, to follow our heart and to be our true authentic self. This is why I left America to return to Vietnam to live for the past 4 years without a job or income, sharing Keshe plasma technology and my perspective on spirituality. I did not let fear or excuses to hold me back. This is my spiritual calling and soul purpose. I'm not my body, nor I am my mind. I am a spiritual catalyst here to awaken and guide humanity into full embodiment of the soul. Spirituality is the process of personal transformation deep within oneself. It is your way of loving, accepting, and relating to the world and people around you with an open-hearted mind. I am an awakened soul that has been transformed by following my spiritual calling through the process of sharing Keshe plasma technology. Symptoms of enlightenment. Keshe plasma technology helps speed up the process of enlightenment. According to Vedanta, there are only 2 symptoms of enlightenment, just 2 indications that a transformation is taking place within you toward a higher consciousness. The first symptom is that you stop worrying. Things don't bother you anymore. You become lighthearted and full of joy. The second symptom is that you encounter more and more meaningful coincidences in your life, more and more synchronicities. And this accelerates to the point where you actually experience the miraculous. As an example of coincidence, Jung Lei acquired 6 hectares of tea from an Eastern Medicine university for free. And that does not happen in Vietnam. Here's just some of the symptoms of inner peace. Using Gans technology will help us to achieve inner peace. Remember the McGrath and happy room. How about we turn the whole planet into one happy room through plasma culture? When you begin to awaken, layers will be shed. You may experience rage, depression, anxiety, fear, etc. Ride a wave. Allow these things to exit your system because your illusion on self, ego, is being shed so your true self, spirit, can thrive. Embrace the transition. Evolution through biological and spiritual transformation. Elevation of the soul is achieved through letting go negative emotions and limiting thought patterns stored in the physical body. This is also how we elevate the soul physicality. This is a good time to follow the heart and take the proverbial leap over the river. Many people who are going through the early stages of the awakening process are no longer certain that what their outer purpose is. What drives the world no longer drives them. Seeing the madness of our civilization so clearly, they feel somewhat alienated from the culture around them. Some feel that they inhabit a no man's land between 2 worlds. They are no longer run by the ego, yet the arising awareness has not yet become fully integrated into their lives. Inner and outer purpose have not emerged. Eckhart Tolle. Spiritual awakening. I think Eckhart Tolle's quote best describes the majority of Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers. About 5 years ago, I was in the same boat. I was at the impasse in life, not sure what to do next. We all may have different reasons to join Keshe Foundation, but I'm sure our souls led us to the same point as part of our spiritual awakening, or spiritual development in the awakening process. During that time, I had an urge to relocate to Vietnam. I made a move without hesitation, shocking my family and relatives. People thought I was insane. Most people want to leave Vietnam by whatever means, while I plunged headward into what Vietnamese believe is a hellhole. Family and relatives believed it was too dangerous. The government would give me trouble. On top of it all, I have no means to support myself on the long term. The decision to make that plunge to Vietnam was the turning point in my spiritual life. It expedited my transformation on an exponential level. The process does not seem like it at that time. It appears slow and confusing, emotionally painful at times. Going through changes is never easy without knowing what is ahead. No matter how I felt, I always kept moving forward, improving myself, and expanding my consciousness through the consumption of knowledge and sharing. Whenever I feel an opportunity is there to be of service, I took it. Many times I wanted to give up without having an unwavering, clear purpose. I was constantly pushed to the edge beyond my comfort level. I was forced many times to shed and let go of what no longer served me. Because of the experience I have, I'm able to share my story, journey, and realization with others. When asked why I wanted to join Keshe Foundation, I answered, to find the nature of my existence. Are you an awakened soul? If so, what stage of awakening were you in when you joined Keshe Foundation? Spiritual awakening allows us to exit the matrix. Relocating to Vietnam was the proverbial leap into my life purpose. Most of the time, I am unsure of what to do next. I just remain in the present, waiting for an opportunity to serve. Transformation took place because I took the actions and made the efforts to change. It's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. Let go of the savior complex. No president, Earth Alliance, Q, Blue Avian, Astar Command, Galactic Federation, or other beings will save us. Be accountable and responsible for our own free will choices. No one is coming to rescue you from yourself, your inner demons, your lack of confidence, your dissatisfaction with yourself and your life. Only self-love and good decisions will rescue you. Jenny Young. Personal transformation in the awakening process is part of a larger event in the time cycle of the cosmos, helping us to become awake and aware. We all be confused. It's where you begin to learn new things. Be broken. It's where you begin to heal. Be frustrated. It's where you start to make more authentic decisions. Be sad, because if we are brave enough to hear, if we are brave enough, we can hear our heart's wisdom through it. Be whatever you are right now. No more hiding. You are worthy, always. We all have to go through this. It's okay to be confused, broken, depressed, muddle-headed, and brain dead, and many more things. I myself have went through that and many more. Transforming the world one person at a time through Gans technology of zinc CO2. I want to share this story again to illustrate the power of one. I wanted to change the world. When I was a young man, I wanted to change the world. I found it was difficult to change the world, so I tried to change my nation. When I found I couldn't change the nation, I began to focus on my town. I couldn't change the town, so as an older man, I tried to change my family. So as an old man, I have come to realize that the only thing that I can change is me. Now I understand that if long ago I had changed myself, I could have made an impact on my family. My family and I could have made an impact on our town. The influence of our town could have helped shape the nation, and thereby I could have changed the world. Anonymous. Personal transformation is the biggest gift we can give to the world. Gans technology is just one of the many paths we can take on the road of transformation. As said like Sadhguru, the best thing you can do for your family, your children, society, and the world around you is to enhance yourself. This is Sadhguru if nobody have seen him before, or know of him, or heard of him. This is the traditional way to personal transformation. He offers the inner engineering program that helps shift people's perspective, just like the same way with Gans technology can do over a period of time. Transformation. Self-mastery is the byproduct of enlightenment. To reach this level of understanding, I'm going to share with everyone the 12 attitudes and responsibilities of mastery from MCEO Freedom Teachings as a comparison to the attributes of the Creator taught by Mr. Keshe. The path of self-mastery offers two choices: service to others or service to self. Both are expressions of source. One leads back to source with all their knowledge, experience, and memory, while the other returns as stardust from molecular compaction. That is the Metatronic way, the Archangel Michael way. It's a collective, not a person. Attitudes and responsibilities of mastery. Part of the process of spiritual integration of our higher selves or expansion of our consciousness involves reprogramming the way we think. Our thoughts create our reality and the life experience we have on the inside and the outside of us. The following attitudes and responsibilities, when embodied and lived, will help to change our thoughts and patterns, our thought patterns, thoughts that we simply take for granted because they are a part of the program we currently carry. Changing the thought patterns is actually changing the programming in the personal shields or DNA. 12 attitudes of mastery: love, grace, gratitude, reverence, respect, responsibility, trust, accountability, impeccability, mindfulness, fearlessness, engaged detachment, and joy. 12 responsibilities of mastery: self-actualization, self-sovereignty, self-containment, self-discipline, self-love, spiritual integrity, appreciation, patience, kindness, conservation, cooperation, diplomacy, and sense. Transportation and transmutation of light, key to soul of creator. I created this chart a while back to help people understand the cycle or the cycle of energy or the evolution of energy. Everything is interrelated. If we look at how the plasma radiates energy out as a ray. That ray combined together create the initial fundamental plasma, which is the basic for the neutron. If you combine the two neutrons together, you have a proton and electron, you got physics. Amino acids co-hand together, two of those combined, you get chemistry. And all these chemistry parts, like two chemistry combined together, you have biology or life. And all life form radiates energy out and the cycle begins again. The same thing with the universe and the galaxy and the rays and the Gans and all that thing. It's the same thing. And that's where the cup 1, cup 2, cup 3, all what Mr. Keshe is restating again to where he stated before, where the neutron combine together to create physics. Two plasma create physics, and two physics create chemistry, two chemistry create life. And here we go. If anybody remember the teachings, cup 1, cup 2 is fuel plasma. You got two fuel plasma, cup 1, cup 2, which is the cup of man. You could have the plasma, which is the soul. And if you have two plasma, you have physics. Two physics, you have chemistry. And two chemistry, you have biology. Two biology, you have, which is the soul, or physicality. And you have the soul of man and so on upwards. It's just build, build, and build. This is another way of showing the cycle of energy, the evolution of energy. Word burden. If we are all co-creators and spiritual master with amnesia in Earth School, then it changes how we perceive the world. The world does not need fixing. There is a difference of adding to the world and trying to save it. There is a reason for everything, whether or not we know or understand it. Illness is a condition created by the soul for learning, clearing, and or exiting from the game of separation. KF Vietnamese perspective and definition of Keshe plasma. What is Keshe plasma technology? This is the science of spirituality taught by Mehran Keshe to help you connect with your soul, find your true self, and your reason for existence. This technology teaches the natural laws of the universe and how it creates people along with the world. If you understand the principle and theory behind the teachings, you can also use it to help improve your health, generate unlimited energy, grow crops without fertilizer, clean the environment, or even create any material you want, and many more applications. Keshe plasma is a new source of energy from a deeper understanding of how the universe works. It is what makes up neutrons, protons, and electrons. It is the basic building block of all life forms and matters. It is an intelligent energy. It is consciousness. It also has its own level of awareness. Keshe plasma is made up of 3 different states of matter called principle or antimatter, transition dark or antimatter, and matter. I changed some of the name, what Mr. Keshe named it before, to make it more compliance with freedom teachings and conventional science. The 3 states of matters are created from cosmic rays of similar strength. The universe works through few interactions. If we understand this basic and fundamental principle, we can use the knowledge to repair our physical body or create anything in the world. This knowledge will change the way we perceive ourselves, the universe, and the nature of our existence. We no longer need to kill other living things to feed ourselves, use oil for energy, or destroy the planet for raw materials like iron, oil, and wood. The universe does not use money. Everyone in the universal community take and create what they need from the environment. This technology teaches us how to live according to the natural laws of the universe. This knowledge can elevate our minds to the extent that we can join a universal community to coexist and thrive peacefully. This technology will bring us back into balance and help us let go of our differences and our judgment to become one nation, one planet, one race. Summary. This presentation sums up KF Vietnamese perspective and approach to sharing Keshe plasma technology. KF Vietnamese has two main objectives. One of our main goals is to change the environment of Vietnam. Then the people will change along accordingly. The second is to create the foundation for Friday living to revolutionize the agriculture industry. I hope our view on Keshe plasma technology gives people another way of looking at the technology and its implementation. Embodying it depends on each person's experience and understanding. Maybe the QA between Ella and Mr. Keshe can shed some light for those that are still not clear. Ella, theory understood, but how to embody. Keshe, elevate the soul physicality to a level that can access the soul of man. Ella, how? Technique. Keshe, will be taught after March 21st, 2021. There is a saying on the bottom that will help explain a lot of things. The moment you start watching your thoughts, a higher level of consciousness becomes activated. Technique to elevate soul physicality to a level that can access the soul of man. I believe many people experience the same dilemma as Ella. When I first started, I also had many unanswered questions. I kept looking and turning over any rocks, looking for them until there are not many unanswered questions left. We don't need to wait until March of 2021 to receive an answer. The solution has been in front of us the entire time and has been implementing it without realizing the full value of our actions. The answer to Ella's question has already been answered in my presentation. In case some people are not able to see it, I'll repeat again. The moment you start watching your thoughts, a higher level of consciousness becomes activated. This statement is a huge clue. Keshe Foundation knowledge seekers are all at different stages of development and awakening process. Traditionally, we can use yoga, meditation, or a few other methods to achieve the observer perspective. Who is that person observing our thoughts and actions? With the help of Gans technology, we can speed up the process of awakening and replace yoga and meditation as the method of choice to obtain the observer perspective. When we are able to observe our thoughts and actions, then we have broke free from the ego level of consciousness to the soul level. The hold of the ego on our action begins to lose its grips as we begin to listen to our conscience, our heart. This is like an upgrade in processing power. The ego and soul are different aspects of us at different level of consciousness. We can also tap into higher aspects of us above the soul level. Biological and spiritual evolution allow us to accrete enough energy to tap into a higher aspect of ourselves with a larger level of awareness to integrate and embody. This is our path of evolution and journey back to source. Let's get back to this use of Gans technology. Zinc CO2 balances our emotion and physicality. A balanced body, mind, spirit complex will allow us to move away from high vibration, low frequency energy like fear, hate, and anger to a lower vibration, higher frequency energy like love, peace, balance, and joy, thus raising our consciousness and awareness level to where we are expanding. This is also referred to as elevation of the soul. The map of consciousness can clearly show this effect. When we are calm and relaxed, we are less negative. The pattern of negative behavior and limiting thought patterns are not overwhelming. We are able to make better choices and not caught in the flow of automatic reactions from emotions and fear programs playing out in the mind. In another word, the environment, events, and people can't trigger us as easily. Please look back to Jung Lee's testimonial on the effect of Gans technology on the environment as a case study. You will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing everything with logic. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe and allow things to pass. When you step into soul level awareness, observing your emotions, thoughts, and actions, you are not as easily triggered by things around you. If you're willing to look at another person's behavior toward you as a reflection of the state of their relationship with themselves rather than a statement about your value as a person, then you will, over a period of time, cease to react at all. The power of the observer perspective. Again, map of consciousness shows the relationship between emotion and mental state versus soul strength level. Gans technology may increase one's consciousness to the creative level beyond 200, supporting life. This is the recap of how the state of our emotion and mind dictate our view on life and God. Balancing the emotion is critical in raising our level of consciousness. Consciousness and awareness level. This is our DNA, chakra, dimension, different terms people might have here. Axial line, they're all related, all meaning the same thing. What affect our DNA, affect our chakra, and for the same thing for the dimension. They all have a color representation. So if you are expanding, supporting life, creative, that means you're opening up to higher level of energy, of consciousness. But if you are contracting, you're going inward. So by being loving, forgiving, caring, you basically expanding out back to source. But if you're being hateful, selfish, greedy, then you're contracting to lower level energy. And this map also shows different things, many things like us at dimension 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4, 5, 6, and so on. They're all in the same space and same time. Depends on which perspective you want to embody. What level of consciousness are you willing to embody or can embody? The more of negative energy we can let go, the more we can embody higher level energy, which means more of our soul essence. How conscious of you or how conscious you are or can be depends on how much of your soul essence you can embody percentage-wise. We have been speaking to each other as though we are all in the same sphere of consciousness. We are not. What we are seeing is not a rivalry in ideas or even politics, but rather completely different levels of consciousness trying to establish social homeostasis. This is the level of consciousness where someone is working, if you look at this map, someone working at anger, fear, and hate is not the same one working from love and balance, or someone work from a higher level of consciousness. This is trying to establish homeostasis between different level of consciousness. People living in fear, between people living in ecstasy or living in love and compassion. That's a whole level of consciousness. It's not just about a difference in opinion. A quick sum up of how to approach Keshe Plasma teachings. You don't have to solve your whole life overnight. You don't have to feel ashamed for being where you are. All you have to focus on is one small thing you can do today to get closer to where you want to be. Slowly, lightly, one step at a time, you can get there. Now we're in a transition period. Things not going to happen overnight. We're not going to be a breatharian and start feeding from energy, from space, or from surrounding environment anytime soon. Everybody have their own life lesson, things to go through. So right now our main goal is to set the foundation for what things to come, not to just to go flip one the switch the next day. We all become breatharian and stop killing and stop loving one another. It takes time. The first thing is to forgive and to accept who we are, where we are at the moment. So we're going to end the thing with some spiritual humor. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. Philosophy is wondering if that means ketchup is a smoothie. Spirituality is knowingly putting the tomato in the fruit salad to personally experience the taste combination as a co-creator expressing free will choice. The end. And thank you everyone for letting me be here and for sharing. There we go, 44 participants. There's that number again.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
If anybody has question, they can ask question, then we can move to the next section.
We have Jefferson with the hand up here. Allow you to speak there, Jefferson. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, good day to everybody. As Jefferson from Brazil, Rodrigues. And first of all, I would like to say thank you so much to the Universal Council to bring Mr. Thong to share his experience and knowledge. That's just amazing. It's a breathtaking. And I would like to say thank you so much. And I have one question. How can we join your site, or maybe to get in contact from here, from Brazil? Maybe can make energy transfer with those Wi-Fi system that you can spread this technology faster through the fields from one place of the world to another. That's the first question. And the second is not a question. I think when Mr. Keshe said that the knowledge would be spread in another way, in a different way, I think you brought this different teaching. And it's just amazing. Thank you very much. And I hope that you can get in contact with knowledge seekers from all the world with you and everybody. Yesterday I saw the Chinese and Iranian group was amazing as well. So I'd like to say thank you. If I can share, I made it during your presentation. I made some screen print. So if you allowed to spread your knowledge here in Brazil with the other knowledge seekers, they can start to see things a little bit ahead. Thank you very much again to everyone.
Okay, thank you. I will, yes, you can freely share that presentation or whatever in the presentation. I put it on the Age of Golden Gans for people to have access. And I'll put the link in the chat for those that want to take a closer look and go over. As for the energy, if you look at the Southeast Asia Sphere of Peace, the photo section, you can read the affirmation to test out to see how you can feel and receive the energy. And most people are not aware, just by looking at, you don't have to hold the physical Wi-Fi McGrath of love in your hand to receive the energy. Just by looking at the picture and you set the intention, I want to receive the energy of that Wi-Fi McGrath, you will receive it. You just have to close your eyes and feel how it interacts with your body, your mind, your emotion, how it makes you feel throughout the day, throughout the week, and over long term. Because I have a lot of people that actually put this Wi-Fi McGrath in their house and it changed their life. So and you don't have to have it personally, because by having it personally in your hand, create the belief in your mind that I'm in touch with the device, I'm getting the energy directly. But in reality, there is no time and space. You can just tap into that Wi-Fi energy just by looking at the picture and say, I want to receive that energy. Or if you look at the Southeast Asia Sphere of Peace and tap into that energy through the affirmation is just create a belief to let go of all the filters you have in your mind, all the limiting thought pattern in our mind, all the things, just an action to let go of all that thing so we can receive easily, because we have so many filters that are conscious and subconscious. A lot of things we have, what you call self-sabotage of programs in our mind that counteract what we believe, what we feel. We might say something, we might say, believe one thing, but subconsciously we are counteracting that. Just by saying affirmation and other things, it helps to peel off those limitations we set on ourselves so we can fully receive things. I hope that clarified it.
Well, definitely. Thank you so much. And you see, every time that you say something, it's a very beautiful teaching, a very, very easily to understand and very clear the direction that I think we should go with the mind and this energy. I have built just like yours, like Wi-Fi, but I put on one drop of 5-cup set in one of the balls, and I made a star formation, and around it I put some rings. This is in the physicality, some rings around, so I constructed one, and I can tell you, I feel exactly this, what you told just now. I can feel all this energy. It's amazing, and I can share this energy with others around me and help people around me and around everywhere without to be close, can be any distance. So thank you very much again. I appreciate so much, and I'm just listening this wisdom that you're bringing to the humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I see that Stefania seems to have her hand up as well. Do you have something that you wanted to say, Stefania?
Yes, good evening, good afternoon, good morning from everywhere you are. I just want to say I think that it's a really great presentation, really fantastic. And the Italian group, he would love you to have you in the Italian public teaching as a guest. This is what they ask me. If you can come to the public teaching.
Sure, no problem. You can contact me on Facebook and schedule. Let me know when and what you like to do, some Q&A or whatever your group have in mind.
Yes, thank you. And they also asked me, which guns did you use for the tree? You know, the one you said that you were growing, you were cutting and they were growing double. Cutting and growing double. This was a question from an Italian knowledge seeker.
Yes, I was using just the basic GANs in our plasma environment, which is zinc and CO2, C-GANs, Epson. Those are the normal GANs I normally use in agriculture, which is, let me repeat, zinc, CO2, Epson, and Epson makes the trees, the plant greener, and C-GANs provide all of the nutrition it needs. You can make a lot other more different GANs, but those are the 3 basic GANs I use. And it does not matter how much amount, because I don't measure, I just throw in whatever I have at the moment.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna adesso I see. He's just asking now live what is the person Maurizio, the knowledge seeker, Italian knowledge seeker that make the question. He now asking me what does it mean Epsom Gans? What are Epsom Gans?
Epsom salt, when you dilute it in a solution, Epsom salt, what they use for salt bath, for detoxing. Epsom magnesium sulfate, in natural form, when you dissolve it in the liquid solution, when you dissolve it in distilled water, then you dissolve sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide separately. That you pour it in together, you have a smoother GANs. If you do not dissolve your sodium hydroxide or your caustic ahead of time and dump it into the magnesium sulfate solution, you get a different quality of Gans. The same way you make sea Gans. You just dissolve the solution in water, then add caustic to it. Add a minimum amount of caustic. It does not hurt to have a lot of salt remaining in the solution, but if you pour too much caustic in it, it takes, if you do for agriculture, then it's okay because you can dilute at the ratio of 1 to 500.
Okay, thank you. You said sort of absence. So, but I think I understood because I didn't, I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Because can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Because my reception sometimes is not good. And yes, definitely they wanted to know more of the Wi-Fi as well. Yeah, everyone really loved in Italy, the Italian group really loved your presentation, and they were keeping saying, "Oh my God, marvelous!" And yes, I will be in contact with you. I invite you to the Italian platform. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
And because it's really funny, but today Mary texts me. And ask me, because I'm a part of the Universal Council for the Italian language, and they ask me what I would present today, which would be my contribution. And I write in the text that I would like to say to people that this platform, people can come here and share their experience with the plasma technology and learn from each other. The things that Azar also said at the beginning, but you do it. You just did it. you know, it's very great to have this presentation. Thank you so much for all your work from the Italian group.
I just, this is Azar again. I just want to add something. Ton, if you remember, in Farsi teaching, I remember you said, if you put one of those Wi-Fi maglev in the car and then you put 5 of them, with one of them, your driving is much better. With 5 of them, you have to get out because the energy is so intense. You have to get out. And the other thing, I remember I asked you that, what is in those balls? What kind of gas it is? And you said nothing. And actually that was the beauty of it, that all you put in it is love and peace, the energy of love and peace. There's nothing in those balls. Can you say a little bit about that?
Yes, that's 2 different experiments. The first experiment, I have a friend. He's very scientific. He's not into spirituality, although he thinks he is into spirituality. But he like hardcore evidence, facts. You can test, you can scientifically confirm. And we did an experiment with the Wi-Fi McGrath. What happened if you put a Wi-Fi McGrath in a car? Will it reduce fuel consumption? And he did a lot of testing. It did not reduce anything or any amount that is significant. Some, but not significant. But what he noticed is that when he stepped on the accelerator, it goes a lot faster. Faster acceleration. The second thing is, now what if I put 2 Wi-Fi, 3 Wi-Fi, 4 Wi-Fi into the car? How would that increase the performance? So when they put 2 Wi-Fi, it's okay, no difference, but 3 Wi-Fi, then he starts feeling uncomfortable. It's getting heavy. At 4 and above, he cannot stand the energy, the feel. It's just too much for him. He have to get out of the car. He could not stay in the same environment as those Wi-Fi when they are interconnecting and creating a bigger field. That is the first experiment with the Wi-Fi. The other one, what I use for black garlic, is I put the energy of love, peace, balance, and violet flame into the ping pong balls and have it radiate out the energy. I also gave those people who come to the workshop, let them experiment and feel the energy, and they asked me what's inside. I told them there's nothing, no physical Gans inside, just our thought. Our thought, we can send energy anywhere. We can put it in an object or we can send it directly to people. the object, which is to create a physical confirmation that it exists, that they're not imagining things. It's just a tangible things that they can hold and reference.
Thank you.
Another easier test for people to confirm and play around is a cup of water. If you look at the cup of water and set the intention, I send the energy of love, peace, balance, and joy into this cup of water. Keep saying that to your mind and keep doing it and keep practicing for like a minute or 2 minutes. After that, drink the water to see if that water feels softer, sweeter. You can do that for yourself or give it to other people to see, drink this water. How does it taste? Does it taste softer and sweeter than normal?
Okay, we've got Dean has a microphone open. Maybe he'd like to say something. And we also have Salamia.
Hi, Rick. Sorry, the microphone was actually open by mistake. Sorry about that. But yeah, but certainly that I'd just like to say to sorry, what's his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Ton, like a ton of bricks.
Ton. Ton. That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you. That was really, really enlightening, and there's much knowledge in there. It's wonderful to have you, you know, part of the group, and giving that such wonderful spiritual knowledge to many souls all across the planet. That's really beautiful. Thank you very much for that. And it's wonderful to be in contact with somebody who's got obviously universal knowledge of coming from many different sources, not just from one source, but from souls all across the planet that are knowledgeable and awakening and are awake to this knowledge that is ancient knowledge that's been with us for ever since we were a soul, conceived as a soul. So it's wonderful to listen to you and for you to give this knowledge to many of us. I'd just like to say thank you very much for that. It was enlightening and very joyous to listen to. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I think that's about it, Rick. I'll come back in a little bit later on. Thanks.
Okay, Salamia, would you like to go ahead?
Yes. I was very glad and very happy to hear our brother from Vietnam. And as far as I understood, we are totality. And if we are totality, we communicate with everything at the plasmatic level, at the soul level. Our soul is a plasma, is a state of plasma. So soul of man and soul of physicality, at both maybe we can communicate, but especially the soul of man, which connect us with everything, with water, with air, with earth, with fire, with everything. If we want to stop raining, we just send this thought and the rain will stop. We are not aware of our power, of our capacities. We lost our capacities. Because we are totality, we can do everything. We can have everything what we want. We can create by our own intention. If everybody will understand this secret, I think that Mr. Keshe said will not be war on this planet concerning natural resources and other resources, because we will have everything what we want. Just to understand these simple things, this secret, which is not a secret, it's the truth that we are totality, we can do anything. And because the soul is good, we have to be good, to do things good, and to think good. We don't have to use this power in a bad way. We have to use this power in a moral, in an ethical way, as our ethos of Universal Council and of Keshe Foundation is it. So we are part of one universe, unicos. We are part of one race and one planet here on the earth, but at universal level also we have connections with everything. I am the universe. If I understand that I am the unicos, the universe, I will be healed. I will not have any illness. So this is my message from I am from a Baha'i religion background. I am from Indian background, but I live in Romania. And my ideal is to contribute together with all people from this earth, and especially from Keshe Foundation, from all religion, which create unity and not create a conflict and power struggle from control. We don't need to be controlled by any elites, political elites, spiritual elites, because we have our own soul which guide us. We need spiritual guidance, not control. And I'd like also to be part of this council, but I'm not allowed here. My server is blocked. I don't know, maybe in the future but it's not important. I am at the spiritual level part of your Universal Council, and I will do my best to teach people around me on this principle and ethos of Keshe Foundation and of Baha'i community, which are the same. The principle of love, of unity, and respect for all human beings and all plants, I mean, all life, animals. And the principle of ahimsa means non-violence is very, very important. We don't have to kill anything around us in order to feed ourselves, because we can feel directly with loving the energy from the universe. We have to do this this mutation at a qualitative mutation in order to be able to have also food and to feed by this energy which is an abundance. So at universal level, everything is abundant. We don't have to have the consciousness of poverty, because poverty is not existent in the universe. It's only abundance. I can speak a lot, but I just finished saying that I'm happy, I love you, and we have to be unified to heal this planet of illness, of struggle for power politics and for control, to love our earth, because we are the earth, we are everything, we are the stars, we are the universe. We have to love everything around us, because this is me. I am the universe, I am the unicos. Much love. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions for Tan?
Tan, hi, it's Dean here again. Can I just ask you a question? One thing I found with your teachings, Mr. Keshe's teachings, and the teachings of many teachers that have known this knowledge for a long time, is living the teachings, is living in the knowledge, and actually not just speaking about it, but actually living this way and actually participating and being present in everything that you do and say, and every action that you make, in every moment that you're conscious, that you live those spiritual beliefs and those thoughts and everything that you actually have spoken today. Do you live those thoughts and intentions constantly, each and every moment?
Yes, that's part of the spiritual awakening, part of embodiment. First, we have to download those energy, we integrate it, and we embody it into our actions every day, our state of being.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, because I find that sometimes actually living and being present in the moment, and actually, how can I say, walking through the fields of creation and experiencing them, where you are conscious of yourself and alive and awake to the reality of the thoughts and intentions, and how you can create the most wonderful environment all around you if your intentions are pure and you're just in love and gratitude, and you are moving through those fields in a most joyous way. It transforms your life, and fear doesn't become part of your life at all. I mean, it's a bit like the virus that's going on again now. We're in Austria and we've gone into lockdown, and many people I've noticed as I walked around, we looked fearful and we're worrying about things, the usual stuff. But if they just understood their consciousness level, if they understood their divinity, the beauty that they possess, they could walk away from that fear and just be in love and joy constantly, and just be alive and awake to a different reality to what they're being given, to being programmed to. So yeah, it's a very important point, I think, for people to understand that. Thanks, Tom.
And this is Azad again. I just want to add to what everybody was sharing. You see, when we, if we bring what even Tan was saying in terms of physical soul and soul, I can tell you this. You see, when in every society you go, no matter where you are, what the packaging we were given from the time you were born, when you become to adulthood, the packaging is always saying a certain, they try to give you a sense of security by telling you you have to have a home, you have to have certain money for retirement, you have to have certain degree, you have to get married, or you have to have children, or you have to have a medical insurance, and all that. Like, for example, if you don't have medical insurance, people are shocked and they say, oh my God. But then when you get yourself out of the packaging, because that packaging, what it does constantly, it either brings you to the past or the future. But then when you remove the packaging, the box they put us in. So we have a physical soul, which goes to the packaging, but the soul came to this planet free. So if you even pay attention to somebody who cries, I've seen it many times, even a patient comes sit on my chair, start to crying, what they talk about is the past and also the future. When you have concern about bringing the stuff from the past with the concern about the future, then the emotion comes in and they cry. But then when I bring the attention to them that they're sitting on my chair or they're sitting in any chair, and then is there anybody bother them? No. Is anybody beating them up? No. Are they hungry? No. Are they hot? No. Are they cold? No. There's nothing wrong with the situation. And then my question for them is, so why are you crying? And then sometimes they come out and they say, oh, I don't know. because the emotion always comes. If you pay attention, if you look at your thoughts every single day, we always look at the future and the past, bouncing between future and the past. So you stay, as long as you bounce between the past and the future, you are in a physical soul. But the minute you let go of all, you just stay at the present and whatever you do. And no matter what anybody does, you don't judge them, you don't say, what is this or nothing. You just become so carefree that nothing really bothers you. Even everything collapses in your life, in everything, it really doesn't bother you because the soul doesn't care. It's not important to the soul if your physical home, your bank account goes down, your life, everything, but that physicality that carries that. And actually with that, you know, I experience it, and because I can, for whatever reason, I can bounce between the physical soul and the soul, and I can exactly have experienced both feelings. Because once I go to physical soul, I can actually bring all the emotion. I can sit and cry. And I felt the other day, I can become a good actress because you know how to play that game. You go to the past, you bring the future, you connect all of them and you start crying. Or then I can immediately become joyful because I go to my soul. So it's fascinating thing that if we, on a daily basis, we practice that, you can you become like a child. You know how children, they say something, the next day they forget and they're hugging each other, they have a fight. It's just like you become a child, carefree. As simple as that. You just become a child.
Let me add to what Dean and Azar were saying earlier and what Mr. Keshe has said for a long time. Giving is not an act. When we are born and incarnate into this reality, we have our personal karma, we have ancestral karma, we have our social karma, and we also have our conditioning when we grew up. Depends on our society and family and all that stuff. Part of becoming awake and aware is to shed and let go all of that so that our true self, our soul self can shine. When we get to a certain level, meaning like you said earlier, everybody around us is in a state of fear, but if you are not in a state of fear, you're in a state of higher vibration, higher frequency of love, then your energy will help balance those around you. Meaning people around you will act differently based on your energy level. Like for example, if two people advise the same thing to someone else, but that person, like you said before, does not embody, doesn't have the energy of what they're saying, that person would not be effective. But someone else has been going through the experience, has the energy, the vibration, saying the same thing will be much more effective. And the way to find out is, depends how sensitive people are to energy. When you're near someone with high energy, you can feel it. It affects your mood, your balance. If you are devious, conniving, and you're trying to calm someone down, it's not going to work. But if you're in a state of peace and calm, then you don't have to say anything. You can say the dumbest thing around, but people will realize, they'll understand what you were trying to say. They can feel it. It's like the word when I express, they just have direct cognition. You can say the dumbest thing and they realize something important in their life. You can say the weather is great tonight and they have a epiphany on their life. That's because the energy exchange is doing all the work.
Thanks for that. It's Dean again here. I think the totality, that the sun always shines brightly. It's always constant. It's always there. It's the field forces are constant. So if you realize that the totality of everything, you realize the totality of yourself. It encompasses many aspects, which is sometimes it's okay to be sad or to cry. That might be part of the process. It might be part of the totality. But as long as you understand, when you come to the other side, when you come to the point where you, the other side of the balance point, you understand the joy of it. Yes, you've gone through an emotion, you've lived in the past, as I said, or you've gone to the future. You're expressing a reality that you've experienced, or one that you're yet to experience. And so that's just a thought, an intention. You're living in your as some of the teachers were saying, your monkey brain. You're living in a position where you're listening to your thoughts in the wrong way. But when you actually deeply connect and become very peaceful and very still, and joyous, you start to vibrate, you start to understand things on a totally different level. The Gans, as you've rightly pointed out, takes us along that path, and takes us to a point a lot quicker, and it helps to balance out many emotional problems. On a scientific level, that we know the Ganses are, through Mr. Keshe's teachings, are connected to everything on this planet, with all the the zinc and the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen. It's all to do. It's all basically the elements that we have on this planet that we need to become healthy and to be sustainable and a true human being within the environment, the conditions that we live in. So when you come to a point where you know, and you become that beauty that sits within you, the soul that knows everything about you, and is guiding you, is leading you around and pointing you in a direction of love and gratitude constantly, and trying to help you understand what you really are, in the most beautiful way. When you actually start to just tune that crystal radio, tune in slightly, listen to yourself, start to be joyous. The next thought response, the very next thing you speak to somebody is of joy, or to help, to give to them. So give from your magraph to the next magraph. And then by that pure intention of thought, we can touch all the souls across the universe, because all souls are connected. They're all one, and they all know each other. So that goes back to what Azar was saying about the true amazing ability that we have, because we are part of the creation, part of totality. We have the creator within us, a soul. You are magnificent. You just need to understand that you can stand in your full light, shine very brightly, and give to the world just by a thought and an intention, and just stay in that vibration. And we can, as it's been discussed tonight, we can change our reality very, very quickly. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, would anybody else like to add something? And I see that
Yeah, I would like to add, if it's possible, something very small. Just about what Dean just said. It remind me what the thing presented about that, you at the end of the day have to start to help yourself. So sorry, I have to put okay, sorry, because I'm translating Italian. So at the end of the day, no one can help you except yourself. So you have to help yourself, and then by helping yourself and by the doing, you will affect people around you. So just start with a simple thoughts on focus on what we can do it. No, so in any situation that we are in, can start. Everything can start with a simple thought of what we can do, no? And then, okay, what I can do. I cannot do this, but I can do this. And so, start to apply plasma technology on what you can. And then you show by doing it, you have a ripple effect on your friends and then city, then family, you know the ripple effect he was talking before. And so, so everything starts with such a simple thought, followed by action. So yes, so that one, I think it's very important, because a lot of time people focusing on what we cannot do. And then you have a problem that become bigger and bigger, and then start to affect like a ripple effect, the whole family, the whole people around you. So, but if you keep thinking what I can do, then it's the opposite. The problem becomes smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until the problem is not a problem anymore. I think something simple like that can bring peace all around the world. So I want to that simple things we can do. We can make like a effortless but big improvement. Yeah, that's it. So and then I think it's very beautiful to like I said before, I wanted to today talk about how can we use this platform to share knowledge, no? And without me, then today the only things we did was that, he exchanged knowledge of the Vietnam pesticide, so it was really great. So definitely I would like to invite everyone who's got every skills, he's been doing something with the plasma technology, and I want to present it here so we can learn any ideas or any things they've done. It's brilliant. And then we're gonna definitely, for example, already we invite you into the Italian public teaching, because the Italian people, they wanted to really get to know more and more in detail what you did. So I can see this how can be good. I was even thinking to invite some radio presenter that are online with our thought. Instead, has been interviewed. Ask them to come here to we interview them to have a open discussion. So this can be a platform where we can have also guests that like we did with the religious Portuguese public teaching, where there was this man that was invited. We could do all this mixing. It's time to connect the dots. Thank you.
Maybe we should move on with this presentation. We will be here all night. Look at that, Stefania. It's for you.
Yes, but basically, this is what I was saying. Thank you. It's a beautiful drone. I really like it. Yes, so this is connecting. I think it's definitely but we're doing it without, this is what I thought was time to, what you thought too, it's time to connecting, and without, we're already doing it, we're sharing knowledge. So yes, so I repeat again what I just said, that I think if Tuesday, it's the only time where all the languages are in one platforms, and there is the Universal Council as well, and there is the Universal Council supporter, and there is Keshe, and you know, the Keshe SSI. You know, there is, you know, everyone is here, no, on Tuesday, so we can use this platform, like as I said before, where we come here and just exchange knowledge. So, and I start to think what could be the way, no? Or anyways, even those, I think things will happen on their own. But if you got any ideas and you want to bring it to the table, please do, because like Mr. Keshe said, we are all knowledge seekers. So everyone in the world who wants to seek knowledge can come here and have a discussion between us and see if we can progress learn from each other's. Like, for example, this last night, the son of my boyfriend, he's 18. He's actually very interested in plasma technology. I'm introducing to the Keshe technologies too. And he yesterday showed me 2 videos of a journalist who, he was really like talk like with the same vision or the same ideas, you know, that we, you know, it's like, it was very online with what we also learning. So I thought, oh, this is a nice person to invite on this platform. We can look his name. I said to him, if you help me to email him and to get in contact with him, we could invite him to come to One Nation and One Planet, because everyone can come. So come here and you know, discuss about knowledge and sharing information and exchanging ideas. So so I thought we should invite him and see what he thinks about the plasma technology, and you know, just knows, you know, just talk. And then he showed me another video of another guy. He actually was a person who who work for the Area 56, I think. So, and even there, I thought, oh, even this man could be good to come to the platform. So I think it would be nice to use this platform for this, to mix, but like we're already doing. So I just wanted to say this. So if anyone has got anything to share, you can do it here, so we can all learn.
Stefania, is that your wish and your intention, your thought? If you make a thought and a wish with the sole intention, and with all the panelists and everybody present, we will be present, and we can make this reality. We can make many people come to this platform with our intentions, with our pure thoughts and intentions. As we know, we've done this many times on the Universal Council. We've used our souls to communicate and to spread the beauty of the knowledge through just our thoughts and intentions, and reaching many souls on this planet, because every single soul is equal. As we all know, we've said many times, from somebody who believes themselves to be very low in society to somebody who believes that they are very high in society. On a soul level, they're all equal, exactly the same in the universe. There is no ego. There's no difference, no duality. So we just make a soul wish with your intentions, Stefania, and yes, we will have many people here. Thanks, Stefania.
Yeah, I will. I know that we've been now more than 2 hours, so maybe it's time to close. So I'm not gonna stay long. Just see, for example, someone does soap, plasma soap. I don't know. Someone can come here and present them how he does it. You know, all we can learn, because it's something that I bet we use in the house. Or if someone, for example, the other day I was thinking, would be nice to have a detergent, you know, things for clean the house, eco things to clean the house. I add in plasma now to all of them, but I was thinking maybe someone can do a plasma. Maybe some already did. You know, if we start communicating between us, we can maybe, you know, I didn't know you were doing it. Okay, you do like this. Okay, so I didn't know about, for example, even the presentation of today. I didn't know until all that was happening, until this was presented. So now that Finn presented this, now I know that this was happening in Vietnam, and I think, wow. So yeah, this can be a platform where, for example, there are many people who said, I find difficult because I'm a beginner to find information of simple things, the base to start to learn. So maybe this problem we have on different countries, we can discuss here and share it. So any question can be discussed here and share it. And any question that maybe other people will learn as well from it. Because maybe your question, other people have the same question. And in one platform, we can answer all 100, you know, so can be a time saver too. Yeah, so, and if you want to invite anyone here, I was talking with Azar in the Universal Council that I would love to invite Sarah Guru, you know, like even religious people to debate and, you know, to
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Okay, finish
thank
here.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
I was really, I was very happy that North Vietnam had such progress and make the dots get together. It's such a beautiful recompense because we wanted them to be happy and prosper, and I was really, I was relieved that the dream of Mr. Keshe 2 years ago, 3 years ago is coming true little by little, just by ourselves. I was proposing, I see people coming in, listening, and they never talk about themselves, what they're doing, what the need is, how we can get them involved, like the UCs of some countries they have never exposed, or UCS of some countries. We never hear what they're doing. We are one planet, one nation for peace. So maybe they have problems in their ways. And instead of getting the gurus, maybe first we see how the UCs or UCSs have to say, have to share. And we love to hear from all different people, the new people, the new UCs, new UCSs, who talk about their problems, they're getting the things or the progress they do. And that makes us happy and changes the rhythm of all the time. We are the same numbers. And just a proposition, because I was really happy about North Vietnam, and I'm sure I'll be happy about other countries to tell us what they're doing with Keshe Foundation technology and peace mission. That's really joyful thing to hear them also. Thank you.
And you can put them all together and then we do a big movie. That can be an idea.
We can advance.
You know, all the different presentation.
Maybe some people are shy, or they think they cannot do things, or I mean, we just share, and we are happy to share and hear the others and help them to advance. I don't know, the way we started, I want everybody to start the same way, and we become more colorful and diverse. If you understand what I mean. I love colors. I love colorful people. I love different people, and it's happy. It's like with one line we're getting together. We're becoming related with the line of Keshe Foundation, ethic and peace. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Hey, can we have the next slide, please? Okay, so yesterday, the Chinese Keshe Foundation representative were in Farsi teaching, and Chow Chow and Ruthie Lin, and they actually brought what they have done for the past, specifically past 2 years. And it was amazing how they have different categories of what they're working on. They have educational platform. They have agriculture. That actually, we know Mr. Keshe has been almost 2 years in China, and so really very elaborated kind of Chinese in terms of in the agriculture with all the scientific data. Then interesting is they have a whole website. They sell those Ganses, and organic plasma herbicide or pesticide is not is good for the plant, but it doesn't kill any of the pests or any of the animals in nature. And at the same time, the manufacturing part of it, that almost in every corner of China, there is a factory going on, different part of China, which is actually, this is going to be our vision, what we see in other countries, that we're going to have the same thing in terms of advancement in creating factories that we can manufacture each country's need in terms of any technology in their own land, any name it, from agriculture, from medicine, from food, and every other sources, like cleaning of environment, and all that in one package. So it was an amazing presentation. I hope Lin and Chow and get the opportunity to come and bring it to this platform, so everybody can. I don't mind to see it again and again, because it was a beautiful presentation and a lot of knowledge. Thank you.
Okay, this is Marie from the Universal Council. Maybe I'll put on my headset. I've been doing other stuff. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes. I'm asked from the Brazilian team to read this introduction to the meeting between religious leaders, Keshe Foundation, and the Universal Council. And there is a Facebook link to this document. Did you find it, Rick?
No, where's the link?
It's in Telegram sent by me. It's a Facebook link. And so on Friday evening, my time, there was a meeting, and first of many, I think, and the Portuguese community had made a great preparation, and we had Tibetan monk who also was a nuclear physicist visiting. So it was very interesting to hear his perspective of many things. And I have like a small summary of that meeting. If you can just, I want to find it here. So this Celso, the monk, his view on how to create world peace. He said, first of all, we need to find peace within, from the source within. And then learn the leaders to change the conditions of society to elevate and help each other, serving our communities. And he's working on a deeper level on the psyche of himself and others. And he said that we have to prepare people on a deeper level to make them able to receive the plasma technology from Keshe Foundation. And that I think is that we need to elevate the souls that are, so that they are receptive of this technology. And he had an interesting view on Keshe Foundation technology. And Mr. Keshe, he said that Mr. Keshe brings us his light, and we can see that light in our daily life. And he also was familiar with the plasma technology. And he said about the technology that it's the simplicity with polarity. And he had an example that if your doctor says you need vitamin D, then the doctor tells you to go out in the sun and get vitamin D. That is the simplicity. You know, so that was his comparison to the simplicity of the technology from Keshe Foundation. And he also said that he could see that this technology brings peace. And he talked about the old technology is destructive, and this new technology brings healing. And he also, since he was a nuclear physicist, he talked about the danger of nuclear power and weapon. We told him that plasma technology is so powerful that the danger is neutralized, and that no longer a danger to life on Earth, as we have learned from Mr. Keshe. So that was my summary of that, very short summary of that big meeting. Okay, you have, yeah, okay. So the meeting between religious leaders, Keshe Foundation, and the Universal Council, and this document is made available by Rafael Teixeira in the Brazilian Keshe Foundation. Our goal is to bring together members of the Universal Council and members of different religions to open discussions about what is the new science and technology that Keshe Foundation is bringing to humanity, and how we can work together to achieve spreading the technology to help all humanity with food, health, energy, and space travel, to end poverty and hunger once and for all, and bring about world peace. Before we proceed, I would like to make an introduction for all the religious members about the Keshe Foundation and its work. Maybe you scroll up a little. Okay, thank you. The Keshe Foundation is a scientific and non-religious organization that works in the development of plasma technology for space travel through positioning of magnetic and gravitational fields, and not through burning fuels. Although plasma technology is new to man, it is in fact the same system that is used in the stars and planetary systems. And it is again repeated in the cells of our body and how it moves and works. It is what you call macro inside the micro. The same way we can make flight without fuel, we can also make the body and the cells repair themselves. This is how the universe works, and now man is being given this knowledge to elevate himself. As a consequence, amazingly new developments are going on right now in energy, agriculture, health, transportation, environmental cleanup and care, human relations, and many others. This technology is a gift that Keshe Foundation brings to humanity, a new science, the knowledge of the universe, a new vision, not only in what we know today as science and technology, but a total different view of how we can live our life in peaceful way. The founder of Keshe Foundation, the nuclear physicist M.T. Keshe, discovered this new science more than 40 years ago, and through it, he has been able to fill in all the gaps that we are missing in our current understanding of physics, science, and how the universe actually works. Just a moment. Okay. Where is it? Yeah. I think it's you scroll too long. Yeah. The only thing that Keshe Foundation asks in return is that people live peacefully and end all wars and stop the production of all tools of war, and to share the knowledge freely with each other. There should be no discrimination based on race, color, religion, economic status, and no one should be left out, including animals and other creatures on our planet. In the past, religion and science has always been viewed as separate, and this has created many conflicts in society. As our understanding of the knowledge of the universe increases, we discover that both actually come from common source and are one. The new plasma science, as taught by Mr. Keshe, has included the soul in the science, and that it comes from the Creator, which is the source of all physical manifestation. And that this, in fact, the knowledge of the universe. And when mankind understands this, it opens the door for us to join the universal community as one nation, one planet, and one race. And the time is now. Humanity has matured enough to be able to understand this and bring the change we have all been waiting for and desperately need today. The Iranian government has accepted to publish Mr. Keshe's books and has stated that they are in agreement with what was foretold in the Quran. In all religions, there are some kind of prophecy of a beautiful future of unity and peace. But first, the world will pass through trial and tribulation. The scientists of today say that only way to save the world from destruction of what man has created is through a new technology, but that unfortunately we do not have one. That is their view. but not ours. We have the new technology, and Keshe Foundation has demonstrated its power, and each time in peaceful ways. The world leaders are aware of this, but unfortunately, not the people. Therefore, the technology will come forth through the people themselves using it. Many thousands of people around the world are saving their lives and those of their families and friends through the plasma technology in One Cup, One Life in response to the coronavirus. The change cannot be stopped. Today, we are asking you, as members of the different religions, to join us in first confirming that the technology is correct in yourself and then helping the others to understand. This beautiful technology is being given in exchange for world peace. Is this not what we all wished for, regardless of our religious background? In the Old Testament, Cyrus the Great of Persia was referred to as a savior by the Jews. He allowed people of different lands to practice their own religions, and those who wanted were free to join the religion of the empire. The ethos followed was that of Zoroaster: think good, talk good, and do good. Mr. Keshe is also Persian with half Muslim and half Jewish blood, and he follows the same ethos. As a child, he saw the senseless conflicts between his relatives and country over religion, and vowed to one day bring peace to the world. Through his technology, we can help to bring about the shift in paradigm, but it's up to us to open our heart to the possibility and give ourselves to serve humanity. Is this not the goal for all religions? Thank you for listening. So that was from the meeting with the religious leaders. So there was this Tibetan monk, as I told you, but I guess there will be many future meetings like this. And there were many more invited, and we will get them to the meetings to discuss how to bridge our view on how to proceed towards world peace. Thank you. And thank you to the Brazilian team for this beautiful introduction to the meeting, and a brilliant meeting. Okay, so this is the soul teaching for today. I think I will shorten it down since we have had a very long presentation already, but I want to say something about the commandments. Just have to find my papers.
Che adesso lei vuole dirlo lo stesso, questo dei comandamenti, però farlo.
Stefania, your microphone is open.
Okay. The background for this, we have private soul teachings. Now they moved to Thursday at 5 PM CET. And the last soul teaching, we had Mr. Keshe in the teaching, and he lectured us on the commandments. there are a lot about the commandments in the public teaching number 204. So for all who is not private students, you can find the first time Mr. Keshe went about through it in this 204th Knowledge Seekers workshop. Okay, so this is my summary, and this is from Mr. Keshe in this private teaching, but I cannot play it because I will do my version of it. So what is the commandments? Mr. Keshe asks us. What is the commandments? Now that we understand the structure of the soul, are these commandments in the level of soul of the man or in the dimension of physicality? All the commandments were given for the elevation of the soul. But at the time, it could not be spoken of when Moses got these commandments. So only the physical part were ever taken on and was explained or was of the interest of the man. So why do we call them commandments? Do our soul need commanding? Or have we been so isolated from the soul that we need something to tell us what we actually are supposed to do with our soul? So all of the commandments are part of the work of our soul. So they're all about the soul. Why did we only receive a fraction of the commandments? Because as we know, Moses only brought 10 commandments, but he was given 24 by the Creator. So why did we only receive a fraction of the commandments? What was the intention of the giver, who was the Creator? And what was the intention of the one who received them to give them to the others? And that was Moses who received them. And the intention was that he was going to give them to humanity. The commandments was given to Moses to correct him, that by him correcting himself, he would find correct conduct with his people. But he stole from the beginning. Instead of learning what was done to him, he did worse to his people, the people that he was supposed to be the savior of, and to all the people around him. The commandments is in essence a way of living in a dimension of physical life through operation of the soul of the man, and that cannot be changed. So it shows us the way how to live our life in physicality through the operation of the soul of the man. That's why we need to learn them. Every single one of them is about the soul of the man, the behavior of the soul of the man, and the conduct of the soul of the man. If you read the commandments one by one, you will see it's nothing but the elevation of the soul. In the near future, when we get more elevated by the understanding of the operation of the soul, you will find different dimension in understanding the commandments, because you will understand more of the structure, more of what it is to be and what it is to exist in. So when we get in better contact with our soul, we will understand the commandments differently, or better, or deeper. It is, it's regarding it and understanding it from the soul point of view, no more from the man's physical point of view. So that was my introduction to the commandments. Do we have time to go through the commandments, or should we proceed next time?
Why don't do it next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Like because it's so beautiful, and I think it needs its time.
Yeah, I have a separate presentation that I've made together with Eva, but we can do that next time, I think. Okay, so let's proceed with the presentation.
Maybe I should do mine next time too. What do you think?
That's up to you.
No, I mean I can do it next time, but I can do it now too. But I think it's.
I think because
it's better not to.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful presentation because there is so much we can have absorbed, and I think if we keep into the 2-3 hours, I think is enough. I think it will be best, So I mean, it's good for us. We already have the presentation for next week, so it's not. And this is very, this is beautiful. Everyone would like to give the most attention. And I think when you go for some time for too long, then it's difficult to keep the full, attention to it. So I think, it would be beautiful to maybe less is more. I think if we can do it. What do you think?
I agree. I agree.
Perfect.
So let's see what's on the next slide then. So. Okay, so we postpone the Bengali. Okay. Is Dora here?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Dor and I'm the representative in the UC for the Hebrew language. As language are the expression and connection between the emotion to the soul, we invite those who feel guided to join to be the UC or Universal Council or Universal Council supporter in uniting humanity and elevating all the souls of this planet through uniting our souls and emotion. The same language in different communities in different places around the world express different connection and understanding of the emotion. Therefore, there is a place for more universal counsel, even from the languages we already have from different communities. We invite you to represent your community through your language and soul. I ask from those who are present here now in this broadcast, give from your soul to those souls of the Universal Council and Universal Council supporter, for them to elevate and to be guided their physicality to take their position as a Universal Council and Universal Council supporter. All the background information about the Universal Council can be found in the Universal Council Charter and Universal Council Mandate on the homepage of the Universal Council. The decision to join will be made by your soul. Apply as Universal Council member for the open language position. You can see the link below and click on it and you will have the form. And if you're guided, do it. And again, I'm asking from everybody here who are present, if you want to do it, give freely from your soul, and let's elevate them and help their physicality to join us. in this moment. Thank you. Next slide. That's it, Rick.
Excuse me, Ton. Any more questions or comments from anybody?
See, Salamia has a hand up, but I think that might have been from before.
I think I put her hand down before.
Salamia, did you want to say something? Okay, apparently it's okay. I don't think we have any other questions. So let's say our thank yous.
This is Marie. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I just want to remind everyone that we are having an interview with the TV Galactica, Rafael from KF Brazil, and me from the Universal Council, together with the TV Galactica today at 11 PM CET.
Okay, is there a link for that somebody can post in the chat?
Yes, I can find it. Just a moment.
Ma Mary, perché non la prossima volta? Sorry, Mary, why the next? Sorry, I was talking Italian. Sorry. Why next Tuesday? I actually had this as idea. Just right now, I had this as idea. I don't know if you will like it. Why don't put this question of TV Galactica also sometimes here, and we see if we can all answer together.
That is no problem, but we will get a very long session then.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, could be. Maybe one day we can invite them here to this platform.
I think that's a very good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah. As the interview has to them, they can come here to us. So we sharing, knowledge in a different way. Hey, it's just an idea. Thank you. Did you manage to answer all the questions for tonight?
Well, all help is appreciated, but we have some questions. Now answers. We are pretty good.
Yeah, because if you got any unanswered question, okay, now maybe now we close it, but next time if you got any unanswered question, you can put it in the panel and see what we can, you know, if we can find the answer between all of us.
Yeah. That's true.
Thank you.
So I posted the link to the interview for tonight. So you're all welcome. Thank you.
Okay, is there any other news or announcements before we wrap things up here?
Yes.
There are other news or announcements, you mean?
No, I meant you can close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Rick.
And thank
everyone.
you, and thank everyone for today's wonderful presentations. And I think we all have something that we can take away from this lovely meeting. And we thank also the co-hosts that help support the show, and of course the others that work in the background to make sure these presentations continue happening. Okay, thanks to everyone today for today's 144th One Planet, One Nation, One Race for World Peace for Tuesday, November 17th, 2020. Okay, great show. Thanks everyone, and see you next week at this same location. We also have the Keshe Plasma Reactor group coming up at starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time on Wednesday, November 18th. And people can bring their practical applications and questions and so on to that group for review by others and have the answers to questions. Okay, thanks everyone, and that wraps it up for now. Goodbye.